intégrés dans le statut de la Commission. Plusieurs problématiques et questions ont émergé concernant la date de début de ce processus de rotation. La rotation concernera-t-elle uniquement le poste de président ou inclura-t-elle également celui du vice-président et des commissaires? Comment se fera la rotation entre et au sein des régions, entre autres questions? Le sommet sous la présidence de son Excellence Mohamed Ould Cheikh Al-Ghazouani, président de la République islamique de Mauritanie et président en exercice de l'Union africaine, a pris une décision cruciale en convoquant un conseil exécutif extraordinaire dans les plus brefs délais et avant le début du délai de soumission des candidatures pour résoudre ces questions et clarifier les éléments nécessaires afin de garantir l'application de la réforme structurelle de manière à attirer les meilleures expertises africaines pour diriger l'Union et à renforcer le principe de rotation équitable dans ses fonctions et également de veiller à ce grand legs de nos pères fondateurs. La décision du Conseil exécutif extraordinaire tenue le 15 mars dernier sous la direction de son Excellence Mohamed Salem Ould Merzoug, ministre des Affaires étrangères de la République islamique de Mauritanie et président du Conseil exécutif, a permis de résoudre toutes ces problématiques et d'établir des règles claires pour la candidature et la rotation entre les régions. En tant que présidente du comité des représentants permanents et en collaboration avec mes collègues, chers ambassadeurs représentants présents ici dans cette salle, nous avons fourni les fonds nécessaires pour ce processus et nous continuerons à surveiller les procédures afin que les élections se déroulent de manière équitable et transparente. En ce moment, nous attendons très prochainement que le panel se prononce sur les candidatures retenues dans le cadre de sa présélection. Le COREP également, le comité de représentants permanents, envisage d'organiser très prochainement, je dirais même le mois prochain de décembre, en collaboration toujours avec la Commission de l'Union africaine, une audience publique, ce que vous appelez le hearing, pour écouter et échanger avec nos différents candidats. Je voudrais, au nom de tous mes collègues, ambassadeurs, représentants permanents auprès de l'Union africaine, réitérer nos vifs remerciements au leadership de la Commission sortant pour tout le travail réalisé durant son mandat. Et enfin, je souhaite une bonne chance à notre candidat ici présent, son Excellence l'honorable Raila Odinga, mais également à tous les candidats à la présidence de l'Union africaine, à la présidence de la Commission de l'Union africaine, à la vice-présidence et également à nos futurs commissaires. Je vous remercie pour votre attention. Je ne pourrai pas répéter ce qu'a dit ma sœur Josepha, mais je dirais à santé, c'est tout ce que j'ai retenu. Et bonsoir. Merci beaucoup.
Asante sana. Shukran, Sayyidati Raisa. Merci beaucoup. A round of applause for my dear colleague, Hadija Barak, for chair of the PRC. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, my luck has been that I have introduced two very senior ladies and leaders of our organization, the African Union, and my duty ends there. It is now my singular honor to invite to the podium my boss, my friend, His Excellency, Dr. Koril Sing'oei, Principal Secretary, State Department for Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Kenya. Welcome, sir. A round of applause. Karibu.
Your Excellency, Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, the Prime Cabinet Secretary of the Republic of Kenya, and Foreign Minister, Your Excellency, the former Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, who is also Kenya's candidate for the position of Africa Union Commission Chair, Excellency, the Chair of the PRC, my sister Khadija, Excellency, Commissioner Faki, Excellencies, members of the PRC here present, distinguished compatriots from the Republic of Kenya, distinguished compatriots from all over the continent, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. I speak on behalf of a committee set up by the President of the Republic of Kenya to steer this committee. It is a committee that I co-chair with my brother, Ambassador Elkanah Odembo. On the 29th of July of this year, early on Monday morning, we were here in Addis Ababa. Elkanah and I and a few members of the team. We were coming to present formally the candidacy of the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Excellencies, that task may appear mundane, but I want to tell you it was a heavy task. Heavy because if you know Kenya, you know that there are many people who are learned, who are experienced, who are qualified to serve anywhere and do anything around the world. But then, if you understand the African Union, and if you understand the provisions touching on the AUC Commission set out in the Constitutive Acts, and if you understand the statutes of the AUC Commission and the role of the chair of that commission, and if you understand the more than 26 functions of that office, you would realize that the task is mammoth, that the task is heavy. It includes, Excellencies, the task of representing Africa, defending Africa's interests, ensuring that the decisions of the African Union are complied with and implemented. It includes so much. And so even though there are many who may be qualified in the Republic of Kenya, as we looked at these responsibilities, and as we juxtaposed these responsibilities with the current global challenges and the place of Africa in this globe, there were only very few names, Excellencies, that the Republic of Kenya could present. And there was no better name to present than the name of the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. He is the candidate of the Republic of Kenya, but he is also the candidate, Excellencies, of the East African community. You've seen from the video that has been played here that the entire East African community has come behind his candidature. Excellencies, when I was a young lawyer in the year 2005, the Darfur War was raging. And we as young lawyers were wondering why Africa could not speak to this predicament. I'm afraid still that part of the continent is still in trouble. But when we looked around, we said our parliaments need to speak to this issue. And as young lawyers, even at that time, we asked ourselves who in the Kenyan parliament could raise this issue. And one name came up in 2005, the name Raila Odinga. I was tasked to approach him. He opened his doors to us. He listened to us. He spoke to that issue. a man who listens to young people, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Excellencies, we know that the journey of emancipating Africa from economic domination is not a sprint, it is a marathon. The journey of empowering our women, the journey of realizing Agenda 2063 is not a sprint, it is a marathon. And I want to submit to us that Kenya might have one or two things to teach the continent with regard to marathons. And so we present to you a leader who's run the marathon, who understands the need for endurance, the need for resilience, the need for focused tenacity, the need to never give up, to never yield ground until it's done. The Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Your Excellencies, with those few remarks, it gives me the deepest honor to welcome to the stage my boss, the Prime Cabinet Secretary of the Republic of Kenya and the Foreign Minister of Kenya, Dr. Musalia Mudavadi. Let's put our hands together.
Okay, thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and more so, let me recognize Commissioner Josefa Sako and Madam Hadija, who have been to the podium as well. Friends of Africa, and well-wishers of Africa. Good evening. Before I make my remarks, let me also point out that I'll be seeking your permission or the permission of our Right Honorable Raila Odinga after he has made his remarks, because this is a positive environment for all of us and a competitive process, that if there is any of our other candidates present in this very honorable room, either for the position of chair or the position of vice chair, we will be happy after the presentation of the Honorable Raila Odinga for you to come and also greet this audience, because this is a friendly competition amongst brothers and sisters, and we'll be happy that we do it in a very peaceful and harmonious way. So let me go straight to the business of the evening. I am delighted to join this gathering of eminent representatives of all African governments to the African Union here in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. I warmly welcome you to this event hosted by Kenya for its candidate, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, to unveil his vision and priorities for the African Union Commission chairperson position. Indeed, it often gives me pleasure to speak at the headquarters of our esteemed regional body, the African Union. At the moment, the African Union has advanced to play a frontline role in global governance and African solidarity. As you are aware, The government and the people of Kenya, led by His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto, have formally endorsed the Right Honorable Raila Odinga as the most suitable candidate for the African Union chairperson. In this regard, on 27th of August 2024, His Excellency President Ruto hosted an event in Nairobi to officially launch Honorable Odinga's candidature. The event was graced by several African heads of state and government, and you are able to see it on the short film that was displayed to us. Your Excellencies, as the African Union gains global influence under the guidance of our heads of state and government, we presently need a candid audit of the AU's progress in order to spur our region into an organization that continues to serve the African people African agencies encapsulated in the vision of African solutions to African problems is taking shape. Similarly, there is need for greater focus on Africa's quest for a more just and equitable world order. I therefore reassure you that Kenya is offering a lifelong Pan-Africanist, an accomplished global statesman, demonstrated exceptional and visionary leadership. The Honorable Raila Odinga has inherent capabilities to amplify the voice and bargaining power of our continent. He has always offered his peacemaking skills to national and regional peace and security initiatives. Notably, Raila's strategic patience has fortified him as a peacemaker who has often forgone personal interests to achieve national and regional unity and stability. You may recall that Honorable Odinga served the AU as the High Representative on Infrastructure Development in Africa from 2018 to 2023. During his tenure, he mobilized African leaders and partners to scale up efforts to bridge the continent's infrastructure gap. Overall, in the Honorable Raila, we have a compact and complete leadership package that is founded on teamwork, boldness in decision-making,